Hey, morning guys, this is the recap video for this morning's bodyweight workout. Upper body emphasis today, push-up emphasis, all of our pushing muscles, chest, shoulders, triceps, lots of core stuff today as well. Super fun one. We will be answering the age-old question of how many push-ups you can do in 10 minutes. So the next time someone asks you in a bar, how many push-ups in 10 minutes can you do, you can give them the answer. Super important, I know. Okay, for our warm-ups guys, we actually started with some T push-ups. So regular push-up position, push up, then we did a rotation, core activation, oblique activation, and then back down. We held for 3 seconds, so it's push, rotate, 1, 2, 3, and down. 6 total, 3 on each side. Once we finished that, we went into our I's, T's, and Y's. So it goes I, T, and Y. I, T, and Y. Switching on those posterior delts. I want you to go through that whole thing 3 times. So it's boom, 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 that's 1, boom, 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 that's 2, boom, 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 that's 3. Okay, I, T, Y. Then you go through that whole thing 3 times. T push-ups, I, T, Y. 6 push-ups, I, T, Y. 6 push-ups, I, T, Y. Make sense? You got it. Okay. Once you've done that, guys, you're going to go to your main event, your 10-minute push-up drill. When you do this, you will need a pen and paper, and you'll need a clock. You'll set the clock for 10 minutes, okay? I want you to break the 10 minutes down into manageable 30-second chunks. And all you're going to think in your head is, how many push-ups can I do in 30 seconds? And then take a break. So for me, in my German volume training, I know I did 20 reps with 1 minute rest for 10 rounds. So I know I did 200 push-ups. So I kind of said to myself, well, I wonder if I can now do that in 10 minutes in this drill. So I kind of said to myself, I'm going to do 10 and then rest to the 30-second, 10, then rest to the 1 minute, 10, then rest to the 1 minute 30, and keep progressing through like that. So you can take the number that you did in your German volume and kind of break that up into 30-second manageable chunks, okay? So the clock starts, okay? I did my 10 and I then rested. At the 30-second mark, I went again. I did 10 and then rested. At the 1 minute mark, I went again and then rested. And I just made my way through like that. Now, you might be just doing 3 and rest, 3 and rest, or 2 and rest, and 2 and rest. Whatever the number is, that's your number. And of course, you can drop that number down as you go. Every time you do a set, you will write that number down. At the end of the 10 minutes, you add up your numbers. That is your total, okay? We will be repeating this over the next 3 weeks. And again, of course, the goal is progressive overload. We're going to try and add some reps to this drill, okay? So 10-minute clock, every 30 seconds, rest, rest, rest. I want you to make sure that you use your lats in these push-ups. So if you put your hands out and you screwball your shoulders down, elbows in, I now switch on my lats that I'm going to push with, okay? You use your lats in a push-up. It's not this. I'm not pushing like this. I'm externally rotating down my shoulders. I'm engaging my lats and pushing through. Does that make sense, guys? Switch your lats on, okay? Once I've done my 10-minute drill, I then change my angles. Now, with pushing movements and with all movements, if you change the angle somewhat, you find you can get a little bit more work out of the muscles that you're trying to activate. So I went with an incline push-up, followed by a decline push-up, followed by a core exercise. The incline push-up, I went with a slightly lower bench, and I did 10 with a 3-second eccentric. Again, I did 10, you can do 8, you can do 6, you can do 4, you can do 3, whatever number's right for you, but it should be an unbroken set. So if you max out at 3, that's great. So my feet go on the bench, I count 1, 2, 3, and drive. 1, 2, 3, and drive. As soon as I finished that, I went to my decline push-up, or my box push-up. With this, I'm going to come in a little lower into the chest. So the first one's going to work that upper portion, upper chest and shoulders. Second one's going to work more the lower portion of the chest. Elbows in, I come down and push through. 1, 2, 3, and drive. Again, my core is tight, my glutes are tight, everything's tight. I use my lats and I push on through. Again, I did 10 here, but you guys do what number's right for you. Don't forget that 3-second eccentric. Don't forget tight core, don't forget engaged lats. And then I finish with a reverse curl to pulse. And I did 20 here. So with my hands, I grab the bench here, curl, pulse, 1, 2, 3. Curl, pulse, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to have a bench. You can also do that on the ground, on the floor. Same thing. Again, don't forget that 3-second eccentric. If you have any lower back issues, don't come down quite so low. So you can just literally come down to here, back up, pulse. 1, 2, 3, pulse. So if you find lowering your legs all the way causes you some distress in your lower back, just shorten the range of motion. Once you've done that, you guys, you have a Tabata drill to finish. The Tabata drill, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 8 rounds. So it lasts for 4 minutes, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And it's gonna be that low bear crawl. So tight core. You don't need a lot of room to do this, guys. If my left hand moves forward, my right leg moves forward, and vice versa. Forwards and backwards. 20 seconds without dropping, followed by 10 seconds of rest. Repeat, repeat, repeat for 8 rounds, 4 minutes. Once you're done with that, guys, you're all done. Stretch out. That is your pushing session for today, guys. Have a wonderful Tuesday, enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe out there.